Hello friends, hi, welcome back to another Tea Time Tuesday. And if you're unfamiliar with this series, it's because this is the first time ever Tea Time Tuesday. Also, I don't even know if I'm going to be posting this on Tuesday, but we're going to go with Tea Time Tuesday because it sounds cool. I am Amanda, if you're new here, and I make videos about my life, which happens to be around veganism, health and wellness, and spirituality and wholeness and whatever. So if you want to do that subscribe thing, go ahead. But if not, I'm glad you're here anyway. I'm going to be doing a Q&A because Q&As are cool and I like answering your questions. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions. So I asked you to ask me some questions that I will answer. We're just going to get straight into it. Okie dokie, artichoke. And ready, set, go. Does sexual intimacy have a large impact on your personal emotions? Sexual intimacy definitely has a large impact on at least my personal emotions. To me, sex means a lot. Sex plays a huge part in a lot of my emotions with somebody else. I believe that our physical beings are so connected with our spiritual beings, and when you connect with somebody physically, it's not just physically but it's also spiritually. And I've gone through a period of time where I kind of got stripped away from that, and I kind of lost my sense of spirituality versus physicality, or my spirituality in my physicality, in terms of letting myself go and not really respecting the physical space that I have as a vessel for my spiritual space. And lately I've gone closer and closer into it. And so I feel like the people that I have gotten close to physically have definitely been people that I wanted to get close to spiritually. I have come to value that more and more with every single relationship, especially with women. I forgot where, but there's a study or something scientific that proves that women get more emotionally attached because of sex. And I feel like women's brains are wired differently than men's brains in that aspect. But in my opinion, I think a lot of people will agree with me on this, but sexual intimacy definitely plays a huge role on personal emotions when it comes to another person. Am I religious? Yes and no. I find myself to be more spiritual than anything, but I do sometimes follow Catholic traditions such as praying the rosary and praying to God. I feel like spirituality is so important and faith is so important, but religious is not so important as having a connection with a higher being. When will you and Miles marry? Joke's on you. We're already married. How do you stay motivated to keep studying, especially med school, so long? I forgot where I heard this, but somebody said something about motivation, how do you stay motivated to go to the gym? How do you stay motivated to be healthy and blah blah blah? But it's not it's a motivation. It's you have to genuinely want it. You have to make that your lifestyle. If you're not motivated to do something, you probably don't want it. If you're not motivated to do something, you probably aren't enjoying doing it. And our whole purpose on life, our whole purpose here on earth is to enjoy ourselves, and it's to be happy. So if you don't feel motivated to go to the gym and you can't think of a good enough reason to get yourself out of bed or get your butt up and go to the gym to do your workout plan, you're probably not enjoying it at the moment. Or maybe it's not the gym that you're not enjoying, or maybe it's not school that you're not enjoying, maybe it's life that you're not enjoying. But I don't know, for me, motivated to stay studying, I honestly, I enjoy school and studying so much, and I enjoy learning so much. So that's my motivation. And I also enjoy the idea of being able to provide healthcare to other people around the world. I enjoy the idea of being able to help people's physical bodies so that they can be more in tune with their spiritual bodies, and in turn help them live their best life possible. I personally enjoy that, and it makes me happy. And so maybe motivation isn't the right word, but how do I stay happy throughout the entire process and want to keep doing it? That's how. When it comes to things that you feel like you have to have motivation for, it's really just is it making you happy? Do you enjoy doing it? And if not, then what about it aren't you enjoying? And also, if you don't enjoy it, if you don't love whatever it is that you feel like you need motivation for, then maybe you can consider finding something else that'll make you happy, because again, at the end of the day, we are here to be happy. We're here to enjoy life. There's this big idea that life is supposed to be a huge struggle, and if it's hard and unpleasant, then that's living, but that's not living. There is going to be struggle, and it is going to be unpleasant at times, but the point is to be happy. So I don't know where I'm going with that, but that's how I stay motivated. It's because I know I truly love it and I truly enjoy it, and that's the field that I know will bring me the most happiness. Do I have debt from undergrad? Fortunately, I don't, because my parents have set themselves up in their lives enough to make it the goal that none of their children have debt for college, or none of their children have to struggle financially. What is your height and weight? How often do you weigh yourself? I'm currently 5'1 3/4". Yes, the 3/4 counts. I don't know how much I weigh. I haven't weighed myself in a long time because it really doesn't matter to me. How I feel is more important. I know that I will always weigh around 100, so like 105, 110, somewhere in that range. What kind of friends do you keep in your circle? So my circle of friends consists of 2 people, me and me. Just kidding. My circle of friends is actually really small. Not that I'm an inclusive or exclusive person or whatever. It's not that I'm not a people person. It's just that the friends that I've kept throughout my lifetime, my closest ones, are ones that have been with me consistently. They're the ones that I can talk to once and then hit them up again 6 months later, and we're totally best friends still, and we catch up on life and we know each other. I have like 5 of those or 6 of those, and I'm pretty sure that those are the friends that I'm going to keep with me for the rest of my life. So the kinds of friends I keep in my circle are definitely the ones, like, they have to be low maintenance friends, because I'm a low maintenance person. Not when it comes to beauty, but also beauty and like stuff like that. But when it comes to like friendships and hanging out, I don't want to be friends with somebody who feels like they need to be with me all the time, or who feels like they need to be like attached at the hip, or who just needs to hang out like once every week or talk all the time. I can't with those people. If you are one of those people, I'm sending my love to you, and you are amazing, and you are a blessing to this earth for others who need it. But for me, if I had to animate myself, like make myself into an animal, I'm a cat. Like, I want to play with you for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go away for a lot of it, and then I'm gonna hang out for a little bit, and then I'm gonna like lock myself up in a house and just be by myself for a while. I like the friends that can appreciate that and that understand that. And I also like friends who can have a deep conversation with me about life. Like, I don't want to talk about, oh, so the weather is pretty cool, right? And this is what I'm doing at my job right now. Like, I want to know, are you having an existential crisis? Is the sky really blue? Is blue even a color? Or is that just our perception on the world? Like, that's the kind of conversation that I'm trying to have with you. And not that many people can dive into that. Another one is I am the type of person who gets drained very easily. So having friends like energy-wise, and not energy like my body energy, but like spiritual, my personality energy. So I'll go to a party and I'll be tapped out in like 30 minutes or an hour. Like, my social skills are great, but just being social consistently, I can't. I don't know how some of you do that. My energy just gets pulled from people, whereas other people can like, they just energize themselves by being around others. So I like to have friends that can either relate or that understand that, and they're like, okay, well, our 30 minutes is up. I'll see you in 6 months, you know? And the friends that I have so far, they're doing that. And I also like to keep friends that are motivated, that have good hearts and backgrounds, and are understanding, and that aren't judgmental, and that are honest and open, and that feel comfortable with talking to me, you know, all that good stuff. How do you find other vegans? You find other vegans by going on Instagram, hitting people up, finding out who's in your community. I mean, that's what I did. I went to parties and meetups and Fruit Lux, and I just looked around the area, and then I talked to people, and then eventually, the more and more I thought about vegan life and veganism, more vegan people kept popping into my life. So it's also like matching your energy to that vibration. What's the biggest tip for letting go of old self-destructive behaviors? Damn, y'all, we going deep. To let go of old self-destructive behaviors is going to be hard if you're at the surface of it and you're like, I want to let go of cutting myself, because there's more to that. So my biggest tip is figuring out what the root belief is, why you're doing that. For me, when I had my eating disorder, I had a couple self-destructive behaviors. So that was over-exercising, and that was not eating, and that was also binging and purging. And what I realized, like when I looked deep down, is like I found myself finding comfort in those things and finding control in those things because I didn't think that I had control over other areas of my life, and I also thought that I didn't have any love in other areas of my life. But then I learned through therapy and through, basically therapy and going through my whole eating disorder program that, you know, I do have control over areas of my life and I do have love in my life. I'm just not seeing it properly, or not seeing it as clearly. And if I don't have control over an area of my life, like, why do I feel like I need that control? What importance does that give me? And, you know, who can I talk to settle those thoughts, you know? Instead of thinking about, I want to let go of these emotions, or I want to let go of this destructive behavior, it's more like, I want to understand it. I want to know what's going on before I can work with it. Because yeah, you can't do anything with it unless you really understand it. Otherwise, it's just gonna stay there. Hair care routine, your hair grew so fast since you cut it. Actually, so my hair care routine is I wash my hair once a week. I've been using this shampoo from Seed Phytonutrients, and like they sent it to me a while, like almost a year ago, or maybe like last year. But again, I only wash my hair once a week because it doesn't get oily and it doesn't get like flaky. So that shampoo has lasted me a long time, so I just shampoo once a week. Sometimes when I'm in the shower and I feel like my hair's been dry, then I'll like condition it, but that's basically it. Sometimes I'll braid my hair at night so I can have these cool thingamabobs. And I also don't use heat that much. I don't straighten my hair very often, and I don't curl my hair very often unless I go to like a special event, but that's probably like twice or 3 times a year. Eating a whole foods plant-based diet, nutrient-rich, nutrient-dense foods, getting some exercise so you can get some blood flow up to your hair follicles is also a really good idea, and also making sure that you get in your B vitamins. Sometimes I'll go like on and off taking vegan biotin just for fun. I don't know, just to be like, oh, here's some vitamins. What is your favorite cereal? I haven't like been in love with cereal for so long, but if I had like a junkie day where I wanted to eat cereal, I could definitely go for some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like Reese's Puffs. Dude, Cinnamon Toast Crunch sounds really good right now. Did you lose weight with yoga? I don't think so. I think I've been the same weight. I feel like the same. My clothes fit the same. I don't think yoga's like caused me to gain or lose any weight. I only have 1 tattoo. Somebody asked how many tattoos I have. I only have 1. Seriously, guys? Seriously, like getting 1 tattoo is just a gateway drug for getting more. I want so many more. Okay, so that is it for this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you're having a wonderful morning, noon, day, or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Next. I'm so grateful for my